I don't like to focus on negativity, but I'm still seeing people saying that their flights are still getting canceled. So I've got to get this on video. Take a look at this.
Holy cow, that is one New York style pizza, isn't it?
Well, it's vegetarian. Where did you get it from?
I don't think so, no. Well, it's got a lot of cheese on it.
Alright, and take a look at this one. That's one serving. So this is another serving. Alright, now you were saying, Angelo, that when you were making these at home in Italy, because we're making these in Cuenca, Ecuador, they had more flavor in Italy because the ingredients were...
At least twice as much flavor.
Okay, so the ingredients were different.
Higher quality.
Higher quality, more flavor. Wow, that's an amazing... Noticeable insight to be sharing. Had you not shared that though, you still enjoy this, right? It's pizza, but yeah, it was better in Italy. That's pretty that's interesting.
It's like the difference between skim milk and milk, whole milk, or Coke and Diet Coke.
I gotcha. And if all you ever drink is Diet Coke, you won't know the difference. Maybe you forgot what Coke tastes like.
Exactly.
Or if all you drink is skim milk, you forgot what full flavor milk. Although I don't think I would forget. Hello, welcome to Frank and Angie's channel, where we discuss the retire early lifestyle, whether it's at home or abroad. Thanks for coming to our channel. All right, hey, welcome back. We're still in our $300 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment in Cuenca, Ecuador, and it's mostly furnished. And by the way, just as a reminder for the new folks, we've never paid more than $300 or $400 for 3- and 4-bedroom houses and apartments, furnished and unfurnished, anywhere in the world that we've been. Is that not an amazing fact? To me, it's amazing. But you can see right here that it's mostly furnished. And let me show you here what I'm doing in the kitchen, which is just something that's kind of on my mind a lot, is that I've got this little spot here where I've got some bulk fresh foods going on. Now it's not so hot here that things go to waste too quickly, but it's still not really all that cool right now. It seems like it's getting warmer and warmer in the warm season here in Ecuador. It's February and it's right in the middle of summer, and it was a really pleasant day. We had huge rains, non-stop rains for weeks. We've been having so much rain lately that we could hardly go for a walk anymore. You can't go for a walk because it's going to rain. It rains. It's been raining almost every single day for like the last month. This isn't even rainy season. Today we had a nice sunshine day, and I got that 50-pound sack of potatoes sitting right there. These are the purple potatoes and these are regular potatoes, and I just wanted to show you that to say that I normally don't store things like this. What I want to do is build a rack here, some kind of a rack to get this stuff off the floor. Being in an apartment, I don't have a little workshop area like I normally would. And so yeah, I used to store foods. It's not, people have asked us, are you preppers? And our response to questions like that is that we incorporate a little bit of some of those things, like, you know, we do a little bit of what preppers do, but we don't necessarily subscribe or ascribe to their, you know, their complete crash scenario, although crashes do happen. You know, they do happen. You know, every decade or so, or every interval. So it never hurts to be ahead and be prepared. So, you know, I just don't like going shopping anymore. I just avoid it, you know, as much as I can. I just can't stand being in the stores here. If you've gone to Coral Centro, the place sounds like a concentration camp. I mean, when we first started going there, when we came back from Europe, the sign said, we suggest or we recommend you wear a mask, which was a farce. but at least that's what they said, was that they recommended it. Now you have like a intercom going on, constant repetitive intercom telling people 6 feet apart, mask on, blah blah, and it sounds like a concentration camp in there, and I just get the creeps just being in there. It's just, you know, I just don't even want to say anything more about it. You know, I miss having more of a practical do-it-yourself existence rather than feeling so dependent for everything, you know, and being in an apartment. So, and that brings me to this. We, you know, ever since 2020, so many things have happened, and so many things have changed, and we have suffered the brunt, just like everybody else, of it while we were traveling early on. And unfortunately, I still see in travel groups people talking about how their flight was canceled. You know, there's not a whole lot of people saying how that's working out, but for us, I know we had flights from southern Italy. We went to Poland, and then we came back here. But we've had other flights that we bought that were canceled. Now, the thing about this is that we knew what was going on, and so we took the precautions that were available. And this was that you could pay extra. You could go through these travel, they're these online travel portals, let's call them. You could pay extra in case there was any issue and you needed to cancel. And even though we paid extra, I mean, we paid like a couple hundred extra dollars or more, I don't remember the exact figure, in order to have a sort of insurance where we could cancel and be assured to get our money back. And we followed the rules. We gave them notice, proper notice and everything, and we didn't cancel. The airlines were really just, it seems to me, very flaky and capricious. There's a lot of flakiness going on, and people are still, even today, and this is like a year later, saying on social media that their airlines canceled their flight and this and that. And back then, they just, at any little quirky thing, they just would cancel flights. And even after paying extra, and the travel portals have emailed us a couple of times, and they initially even told us that the refunds would take longer because of the 2020 things going on. And so, but we still, this has been like since last summer, and we were told that normally you get your refunds, I don't know, within 30 days, but we were told it would take longer, maybe 3 months. But this has been since last summer, and we haven't seen a penny. And I mean, they email us from time to time and say, oh, we're sorry, it's taking longer. I don't think we're going to see it. We're not going to see the money, and it's thousands of dollars. I cannot imagine. We made a video earlier saying that we're going to quit the travel thing. It's just ridiculous. It seems like, it's almost like these airlines are taking an opportunistic sort of stand and defrauding people of money. I mean, this is big money. Traveling, especially for 4 people, is not cheap. Flying, I mean, there's always ways that you can get lower rates and stuff, but it's not chump change. So it's a huge amount of money, and I'm really disappointed in what these airlines are doing and how things are playing out in the world. And it seems like there's just more fraud. I mean, you just turn around, every time you turn around, there's fraud. There's somebody committing fraud, and there's entities committing fraud on a grand scale, it seems like, everywhere. It's sad, and I don't like to focus on negativity, but I'm still seeing people saying that their flights are still getting canceled. It's just, the world is just different than it was before, and you always had to be buyer beware, caveat emptor, but with these big companies, it used to be that at least you could have some trust. And I know we used to provide services in the States for many years, and I could sense in the customer that there was somewhat of a reluctance of dealing with the small guy, because they they have this idea that you deal with the large corp and they're more regulated, therefore, you know, they abide by more honest standards and this kind of thing. But it seems that all of that has gone down the toilet, and it has changed since 2020, which makes life a little bit more treacherous. And it's almost like, you know, we're just gonna get on our horses and buggies and just, you know, you know. Anyway, I hope I can inspire you to be more careful about your plans for travel and factor in the potential, because, you know, you can end up really just having a lot of frustration over it. And so thanks for staying with me on the video, and check out the links below and have a nice day.